Hello? Hello, dudes? How loud is the music? Hey, dudes? Hey, how's it going? I'm back. Hey, what's up? Hi, hello. Hey! Hey, dudes! Hey, my dudes! Let me read all the subs that have happened already, because a lot have happened already. Remy, thank you for subscribing. Shapesy, thank you for subscribing. It's Shannon here, thank you for subscribing. Natalie Blair, thank you for subscribing. Space Fox, thank you for the Prime. Starjoy TV, thank you for subscribing. Ooh, Alana Soot Sit. Clemencia. Kate Cat Tart. KYR Scarlet Louise, Bulb H, Aubrey, Kate, thank you guys for subscribing. Alyssa Davidson, Mary Posa Star, thank you guys for subbing. Ember, thank you for subscribing with your Prime. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. It's been a while since my last stream. VidCon happened. I'm in England now. Mimi, thank you for subscribing. Mia Felicidad, thank you for subscribing. Hal Muffin, thank you for subscribing. I've got my gold circle glasses. This is good. This is a look. I like this. Louise, thank you for subscribing. I blew my hair out by myself today. And I've been like, it looked better earlier. I kind of had it swooping a lot more. And I was feeling like Rachel Green from Friends, but now you can like really see my roots coming in uneven because my hair is so dead, it's growing in uneven. And that's okay, that's a vibe. That's just kind of the look we got going right now, I guess, for right now. Min Rose, thank you for subscribing. Brittany, thank you for subscribing. Richie Yo, thank you for subbing. Tyler J, thank you for subscribing. Lesbian Lux, thanks for gifting a sub. A lot of people catching up on subbing to me because I've been gone for a little while, and I appreciate you all resubbing on this stream. Thank you guys. Oh, I have to change that. I don't have my cat here, so I couldn't possibly. Don't hit the goal. I couldn't show you the cat, but please do try to hit the goal. Jeremy Puff, thank you for subscribing. Batwitch, thank you for subbing. Vampkiss, thank you for being a tier 2. Thanks for subbing. Lesbian Lux, thank you for subscribing. Wow. Good morning. True, it's evening here. It's about 6 p.m. I've been working on Empires all day today, all day yesterday, all day the other day. I made a full build. I'm gonna give you little secrets that you're gonna see in the episode that will go up tomorrow. I didn't get to finish editing it. I was just actually working on it right before I went live here. All I have to do is add music and captions to it, so it's almost done. And then I gotta make a thumbnail, but I'm so excited about our new area. I'm so excited about us being a little witch in the woods. If you could tell, I took a little bit of inspiration from Witch in the Woods and a little bit of inspiration from Kiki's Delivery Service for my Witch in the Evermore, which I do kind of want to change the tree leaves to be purple. I think that I want the leaves to be a purple because I just think it's gonna be pretty. And I have an idea on how to do it and still keep it in character and in lore that the leaves went from green to purple. I'm magic. I can do whatever I want. But in the next episode, you're going to see a new build because I built my shop, and in classic me fashion, it is a mushroom, and it's probably the only mushroom, apart from like some small ones I'll probably build. I'm leaning into the purple, green, pink color scheme this time, but I did build a mushroom already. It's a little mushroom for selling my potions out of, which is giving me One Life vibes because I had a potion shop that was a mushroom. This was a very different one though. And I think I want to change some things to it actually before the next episode, but I'm going to leave it the way it is for the episode that goes out tomorrow. It kind of has a glass floor that you can see from the bottom, but I always love the vibes of having fences covering the inside of the underneath of the mushroom top, so I might go back in and fix it. But I'm going to stream on Empires tomorrow after the episode goes out, because something else that I did in the episode you'll see tomorrow is go in the Nether, and I found a fortress. So we have a blaze rod and blaze powder supply, and I got nether wart. So that's why I built the shop. I'm all set up and ready to start selling potions. I even have my first customer buying potions from me soon, and we're almost all done. We're almost all done and ready to go. We're almost all done and ready to go. And start having a shop. And then after the shop, the next build I'm gunning for is either tower for enchanting and things, or just bigger house because we're living out of an itty bitty witch hat house, which is a little bit too small. Zoe Wasn't Found, thank you for subscribing. Lamslide, thank you for subbing. I watch y'all, thank you for 27 months. ICHD, thank you for the prime. Mac and Cheese, thank you for subscribing. Scott! You really went New York accent there. Oh no, what did I even say? That I don't even know this time. Uh-oh. I'm from New York. I'm from New York. I got 3 roommates. 2 of them are rats. We eat pizza for dinner every night. The rent? $4,000 a second. A second. Laja Younger. I know I'm saying them wrong. Thank you for the prime. Fuzzy Snowy Cloud, thank you for the prime. Hiya B, thank you for the prime. I'm really excited about my shop build. But what we're going to do tomorrow on stream, after you get to watch the episode and see me adventuring in the Nether and getting to a Nether fortress, you're going to help me tomorrow live build a blaze farm. Which I've done once before, and I can't remember what server it was on, but it was hardly a farm. I just made a little staircase with a door for the blazes to come down one at a time, and I just would kill them like that. But I watched a video, and I think that I can do it, so they're gonna watch you die a lot live. Probably. But I really think that I watched like 3 different blaze farm videos. I know exactly how I want to do it. I'm not gonna tell you all of the things that happened in the episode that you'll watch tomorrow, but there's 2 spawners, and I'm gonna try and make a massive farm with both of them flowing in with lava into the same little area. If I can manage it, I think. You made one in One Life? That was probably the potion shop in One Life. I had a blaze farm, but it was like poorly done, and I'm gonna do it real good. I'm gonna make it out of glass. I'm gonna make it out of white stained glass so you can see inside. It's gonna look all nice and like frosted and cool. Hopefully. Also though, since when does putting torches all over a spawner not stop them from spawning? Because that was an issue in the episode you'll watch tomorrow. I ran in to 2 different rooms with spawners, put torches everywhere, and they were still spawning. I didn't know that. That doesn't work with the blaze. I didn't know that. And I'm running around back and forth between these spawners trying to get all the blazes out. They just kept coming. They just keep coming. They just keep going. How am I going to build a farm? So yeah, I am going to die a lot on stream tomorrow, probably. Probably because of the fact that you can't just light up the room and the spawner because it doesn't affect them. What makes them think they're above the law? I don't get that. Ash Bubbles, thank you for subscribing. Anxious Angelique, thank you for subbing with your prime. Addy Cat, thank you for the prime. C. Darian, thank you for subscribing. And Weird Rock Tree, thank you for the prime. Thank you everybody using your prime. If you didn't know, hey, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get a free sub you get to use every single month. It comes back to you to use again and again and again here on Twitch for free. So you get to be subbed, use all the emotes, go ad free, and I get a little bit of extra bonus money for you subbing with your prime. Win-win. At least you didn't think you could silk touch spawners. Yeah, at least I knew that, and I've known that. I did think that you could a long time ago, but you cannot. I think that's because I used to play a lot of Skyblock, and was it Skyblock? There was this factions. I used to play a lot. Maybe it was factions, and the server I was on, you were able to silk touch, and I just assumed that meant you could do that everywhere. You know what else you could do on this faction server I used to play on? You could hit an animal with a bucket of milk, like left click hit them, and they'd become a baby. And I thought that was a vanilla thing. And then I was running around, I just started hitting cats in my regular world, and I was like, oh my god, that doesn't work. You need to make some big boy fire resistance potions. Luckily, I'm already ready to make potions. I've already completed my first order that you won't see tomorrow in the episode because it's going to be in the next episode. I actually haven't filmed giving them the potions yet, but Joey already put in an emergency order that he needs right away, even though my shop isn't fully ready yet. But I've started making potions already. I'll be ready with my own fire resistance. I'm the potion master. I'm a freaking witch. So... Are you going to TwitchCon? Depends which one you're talking about. Yes to both. Depends which, but yes. Shadow Blossom, thank you for the Prime. Markham G, thank you for the Prime. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I will be in Amsterdam in a couple weeks. And I'll be at the San Diego one because that's like a drive from my house, basically. Is the music okay? Is it too loud? I'm just going to be doing chatting today. Tomorrow I'll be live on Empires working on my farm. And there'll be an episode out before the stream goes out. What time is it in LA right now? Okay, the episode comes out at 10:30 a.m. PST. So I might go live 30 minutes after that. I'm going to plan to do that. Workout video, thank you for subscribing. Also, I got a new little guy. Hold on. Here, he's happy. He will represent my mood. I got him at Cracker Barrel. We went to Texas and we went to Cracker Barrel. Now he's grumpy, but he also has a little swirl on his head. Now he's grumpy, but don't worry, now he's happy again. I love him. Got him in the Cracker Barrel gift shop. I need more things in like the cubbies and stuff. This one's empty. I'm blocking. The bottom ones are empty. I'm gonna just, I think, get little baskets to put inside so I can just store things. I don't have much to store, but it'd be cool to have them, I think, to tuck away. Like those little Target cubby baskets or IKEA ones that are built for the IKEA furniture that this is. I will probably do that. Did you move your setup? Nope, this is just simply a second setup. This is simply my away setup. I have a little office space. I am still always going to go back home to LA. I am still always going to have my apartment in LA where my cat is. And I keep checking on her on the ring cam. I need to warn my cat sitter about that because so far it hasn't happened that I've come on the ring cam microphone while she's there, but she doesn't know that I do that yet. And I'm waiting for the time that I forget to tell her. I think I'm going to tell her tonight before I do it again. Because I'm going to start being like, Cello Star, hello. And then the cat sitter is going to be like, what in the heck? Who's in the house? What am I hearing? I'm going to warn her. I'm going to give her a text and be like, I've been talking over the ring cam to my cat, and if you happen to be in the house, because she's sleeping over there a few nights at a time too. She's coming in pretty frequently. If anyone has ever been worried about my cat and the amount I've been traveling this summer, actually summer just started, but she is so fully taken care of, and she's so happy still, and it makes me so glad. I think she's the perfect type of cat for this arrangement of me traveling often. Also, after this trip to Amsterdam, I'm going home for a month, and I'm staying there for a while, at least. But yeah, I got my cat taken care of. The cat sitter is the sweetest lady ever. I say lady, she's my age. She's maybe probably younger. I forget, people are usually younger than me. And then Star-Lord loves that I've started talking to her over the ring camp, because sometimes I'll go on the camera. Like the day that I left, when I landed here, the next morning I checked the ring cam and Star-Lord was asleep in the little spot right next to the camera, I think waiting for me, and it's so cute. It was so sweet. And that's when I startled her, because she was sleeping next to the camera waiting for me to say hello, and then I scared her. Would you ever get any piercing or dye your hair a fun color? I've already dyed my hair some fun colors. I think that I'm done with fun colors for a little while. I do kind of want to do like a very pale orange, like a very soft ginger colored hair, but not this time that I'm blonde. I'm thinking in the next time I go blonde, because I'm expecting to go back to dark hair and then back to blonde again, probably eventually. Here's the timeline I'm imagining for right now with my hair. It's like medium length and blonde with root right now, right? I'm going the long haul, year of not touching it at this point, and I'm gonna grow it out. After that year of growing out, I might touch up my bangs. I'm indecisive on my bangs right now. They're kind of doing a cool thing. They're also uneven though. These ones are shorter than these ones, so I might even those out, but I'm growing out my hair, and then after that year is done and my hair's long and I'll probably go dark again, I'm gonna chop it all off again, because I love doing that. I can't help myself. And then I'll probably go blonde from the root at least one more time. And I think when I do that, I'm gonna go like really pale, orangey, peachy, or even electric peach color. And then I'll probably be done going blonde from the root. I'm not a big fan of doing the root touch-ups. That's why I did this time. You can see how uneven my hair's growing in though. I hate that. But I'm not touching it. I'm gonna let it grow and grow and grow for at least a year. So that's the hair chronicles as of right now. I've had pink hair before. I've had peach hair before. That's really it. I've never really done any other colors. I did very light purple at the ends. And then I've done dark. I've done black and dark brown. Piercings, I've been on the fence about a septum piercing for a really long time, a good few years. I have a fake one I'll put in every once in a while. I lost it actually, but I had a fake one I would put in every once in a while, a gold little hoop. But then at the same time, I'm like, why don't I just keep wearing the fake one? I never need to worry about getting a needle in my nose or cleaning it for however many months it takes for that to heal, because I hate dealing with piercings and cleaning them. So, yeah. Septum hurts to heal. I could just keep doing a fake one, and then I can have it in or out whenever I feel like it. I just need a proper real gold fake one. Like if I'm gonna commit, I gotta get a real good fake piercing, because the ones I keep buying on Etsy keep just going gross. Like I think they're just gold plated and they're fake, so they turn black or coppery. You know how gold plated jewelry does sometimes? I need to get a real good one, but a fake. I don't know how many people are making real gold fake septum piercings, but I'm gonna have to find one. Frogtex, thank you for subscribing. Disrenee, thank you for the prime. Blah, 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 thank you for subbing. Popkicks, thank you for the prime. Meteorade, thank you for subscribing. Alicia, thank you for subscribing. The Void's Prophet, thank you for the prime. Thank you guys all for catching up on subbing to me. I do really appreciate it. I know I've been gone a little while and very inconsistent all over the place every other month that I am constantly traveling. And again, I'm gonna have to go away for a little while when Amsterdam comes up, but what day is it today? Sunday. From today, I'm going to try and stick to my schedule. Tomorrow, I'm planning on being live on Empires. Going to do my Blaze farm in the best way that I know how. Worst case, I just set up 2 separate ones and run between them. But the way that they are, it would be very easy for me to connect the blazes to the same place and then kill them from there. But I'm going to box them into this big room. It'll be interesting. I am going to die a lot. Luckily, the Nether Fortress isn't over, like it's not floating over lava, and I think I'll be okay. For the most part. We'll find out tomorrow, because I'm gonna do it with you guys, because I'm scared. And you can help me, maybe. Miniest Mart, thank you for subscribing. Irina, thank you for the prime. If that's how you say that, I'm so sorry if it's not. How was VidCon? It was really fun. It was really fun. I underestimated how much water a human being needs to drink when it's hot as balls, but that was really unfortunate. I'm kind of glad that at least I had one day of meeting people, but then I'm kind of glad I had the next day away from meeting people, because also a lot of people ended up getting sick. I got sick. But it was hot as balls. We got to do a day in Disney, like an evening in Disney after the park was closed, and that was really, really cool. And we went on the Ferris wheel, and we went on the big swings, which is like my absolute favorite ride is the swings. That was really fun. They had a Dream SMP panel, and we were backstage when the boys were like sticking their arm out to tease the audience, but then they got in trouble for doing that. And then after everybody went out on stage, we went around the entire convention to go around to the back of the crowd watching the Dream SMP panel. But then a bunch of people started seeing us and noticing that we were there, and we had to get out really quick after it ended. Or we had to get out before it ended because we knew a crowd would form. Caxicles, thank you for subscribing. Real Crafty, thank you for the 100 bits. Rosita, thank you for subscribing. Sadie, thank you for the Prime. Who was we? Literally every single person that played Minecraft that it wasn't on the Dream SMP panel, but was friends of people on the Dream SMP panel. So like me, Scott, Kristen, Ellum, we ran around. Crumb, who is the absolute sweetest little bean in the entire world. I will protect her at all costs. I wore her head. Hold on. I have a picture. There's a guy in the background of this without a shirt on, so I'm just going to crop it in. But there's me wearing Crumb's head, which is so fun. She let everybody try it on, and that was really fun. She is the best. She is the best. And I will protect her. But it was a lot of fun. It was really, really good. We did a bit of swimming, and I have a problem where I keep forgetting to bring a bathing suit when I go places that will have a pool. So we always end up going to Target. We always end up going to Target anyway, but I always end up going to Target and buying a bathing suit for the occasion. And I now, sitting in my home, have to have at least half a dozen bathing suits. And I kind of was due for a new one, but I definitely didn't need 3 new ones, which is what I ultimately have ended up with, because in Texas I forgot when I had to buy one. And then at VidCon I forgot to bring that one, so I had to buy another one. And now I'm in England, and I didn't bring any of them. I don't know that we're going swimming, but if we do, I'm going to have to buy another one. And bathing suits aren't cheap. If you don't already know about how expensive women's underwear and bras are, bathing suits are worse. For the littlest fabric to cover your butt and your boobies. Bathing suits are so expensive, even at Target. Every single time I went and bought one, each piece is like $30. And I keep buying a new bathing suit because I keep forgetting. My new bathing suit was $80. Even at Target, they're so expensive. And they don't come with both pieces. You buy them in separates, unless you're buying a one piece, which I'm uncomfortable in one pieces for the most part. I just don't like the way they pull me at both ends. You know what I mean? But when you buy a bathing suit, a 2-piece bathing suit, they don't ever sell them together. So you have to buy the separate pieces. And then it costs so much money. Ugh. But anyway, yeah. Just swim in clothes. Swimwear and underwear are all just way too expensive for girls. But yeah, when you have a 2-piece, they almost never sell them together. Because they're selling it as you can mix and match. You could do high-waisted bottoms, but like a little itty-bitty triangle top. Or you could do a full mesh top and low-waisted bottoms. But truly, they just want to hike up the price of each individual piece. Because if they were selling them as one, they would not cost that much. Because a 1-piece bathing suit doesn't cost that much. That's my hot take. Like at Target, I didn't see a single 2-piece that came together. Sometimes they do. Websites sometimes sell them together. Or have the option of buying them in separates because they have different style pieces, like high-waisted and low-waisted bottoms. But Target didn't sell a single bathing suit that was a 2-piece together. So, you know, and then I was running around trying to buy a piece that even matched the top because there wasn't one that matched it. So I just went and bought a black one. And then I ended up buying shorts too because I'm uncomfy in regular bathing suit bottoms. And then it's a whole other piece of clothing I have to buy that is for swimming. Anyway, Dummy Mitch, thank you for the Prime. Ninzel Nif, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. I think they do it because of different sizes. Also true, it's not a bad thing because if you have a different size top to bottom ratio, you can buy the appropriate piece that fits Like if you need a medium on the bottom and a small on the top, or a medium on the top and a large on the bottom, you have that option. But then don't price them like they're individual bathing suit pieces when you need to buy the other piece. Make them cheaper. Target. Honestly, sometimes I need to buy different sizes on the top and bottom because I have a little bit of hips and butt, but then not a lot going on the chest. So sometimes I opt for different sizes too. I also just like, if I'm buying shorts to cover up, to buy them big. Streamer's based right now. Hot take. If you're selling your bathing suit pieces in separates, make them cheaper. Not $30 each. My trip to England is going well so far. Haven't been doing much. Been kind of staying in for a little bit. Taking it easy. We're going to be going and seeing Thor soon because that's coming out. Thank you everyone who's here to watch me just chat. There's a lot of people here just for watching me chat, and I appreciate you guys being here hanging out with me. Mel Livy, thank you for the prime. You're going to want to be here tomorrow. Tomorrow around half an hour from now. That's when I'm hoping to go live because we're going to be on Empires for a little while. I'm thinking like at least 2 hours of working on the farm. We might not get to finish it, but I'm hoping you guys can help me come up with an idea on how to make this thing work between 2 spawners and be functioning and good. Because I don't usually build proper spawners and farms and grinders, but this time I really want it to be efficient and good, and I'm set up for a real nice one. I really am. You gotta see it. I would have done it today, but I didn't get to get the episode out, and I wanted to go live earlier, and I just wanted to chat for my first stream back and hang out. Make sure everyone's feeling all right and just catch up. Spore will happen hopefully on this trip while I'm here. Hopefully next week. I have a couple of stream plans with other people for next week. Hopefully. One of them, we're planning a stream soon. I don't know exactly when. Don't ask me. But will be me, Wilbur, Nikki, and Jack playing Monopoly. Was Nikki's idea that she wants to do soon. So I don't know when, but hopefully that's going to happen soon. Like in the next couple weeks before Amsterdam. Hopefully. So that should be a lot of fun. But then hopefully also Spore happens in that time too. We'll make it happen. Worst case, I do it alone. But honestly, it sounds like fun, so that'll be fine. But we're already planning a few group streams. Hopefully Phasmo can happen soon, because there's been a lot of updates now since the last time we played, and it's been a while, so I feel like enough time has passed that if we play it, it won't be like any of the other times. It'll be completely new. There's new items. The graphics are all updated. So hopefully we get Phasmo together for a Phasmo stream. I'll poke the group and be like, we have to do it next week. Tell me your availability. It has to happen. Would you try Overwatch 2? I got in the beta and I didn't end up playing it at all. Because nobody else is playing it. So I don't have anyone to play with. And I don't think anyone's going to play it anymore. But I love Overwatch still. I just have no one to play it with. And I don't want to play it alone. Maybe we'll do an Overwatch stream one night, but it just doesn't feel worth it. It just feels like it won't be fun anymore. In-person Monopoly or online? Online Monopoly. Online Monopoly for sure. But I'm hoping that's gonna happen soon. That'll be really, really fun. Wilbur Monopoly is an experience. I've played Monopoly with him. And he happened to get really unfortunate luck when I played it with him. And so the entire time, he didn't have anything. He didn't have any property. He had hardly any money. Joey was winning, as he usually does, because we were playing Monopoly at his house, and Joey always wins. All the board games we play, except for Risk. I always win Risk. But Joey always wins everything else. And he was winning Monopoly, and Wilbur spent the entire time trying to haggle with people with essentially nothing. Which was impressive, because it almost worked. But the Monopoly comes down to luck ultimately at the start. And we all watched me play Monopoly live with, I think it was like Lizzie and Lauren and Megan and Joey and Scott. And I got unlucky. I am unlucky. Maybe that was what happened. I gave him my bad luck in Monopoly, where we played Monopoly live, and for the entire time, every single round, not ever did I land on a property, which meant so much time went by in the game that all of them got bought, and I never landed on a single one to be able to purchase property. So the game ended with me not having any property, or I don't remember if someone like sold me one out of pity, because at least I was able to pass go a few times and get money. But I kept rolling round after round after round after round after round. I can't express how long it took. Round after round after round, and I didn't land on property ever. Unlucky. I'm really bad luck sometimes. I also, if you ask Megan or Joey, I roll ones an inhuman amount of time. No matter which dice I'm rolling. D20, I roll ones. D6, I'm rolling so many ones. I've rolled so many ones that one time we were playing, I don't know if this one was part of that live stream or a different time I played Monopoly, but I rolled double ones 3 times and got sent to jail. I didn't just roll doubles 3 times. I rolled doubled ones 3 times and got sent to jail. And then not again did I roll doubles to get out, because of course that's not gonna happen. Do you play D&D? Yes. In fact, we just started a new campaign. Me, Joey, Megan, and Wilbur. And I was tweeting about my character that I made, which is a fat tabaxi. And this is his backstory. Let me tell you his little backstory. He is based off of Star-Lord, roughly. And also Socks from Lightyear, which I thought was such a good movie. I thought it was really cute. His name is Socks. Spelled S-O-X. And he's nearly 6 feet tall. And is a little bit chubby because he eats a little bit more fish than he probably should for somebody who's not moving as much as he should. And because he's a fisherman now. So this is his backstory. He grew up in a traveling circus. He is a tabaxi, very acrobatic, grew up in a traveling circus. But then as he got older and settled down, he got a job as a fisherman and ate just like a little bit too much fish for a man sitting around on a boat too long. Because he had to get like a real people job and he had to let go of his dreams in the circus. And that was the thing that was going to make him money and one day hopefully start a family, which he hasn't yet. But now he's given the opportunity to be something more than a fisherman. His dream is to be a hero. So he finds himself in this situation with a group where he can maybe be a hero and he has his acrobatic skills, but he ate a little bit too many fish. And so he's a rogue that has 8 dexterity, which is bad. I made him have really bad dexterity as a rogue, which I just thought would be hilarious. And so far it has been. But I also gave him proficiency in acrobatics. So if I can manage a good roll, he's flipping. He's doing the flips. He knows how to do them. He's just a little bit out of practice, out of shape. And I love him so much. And every once in a while, he has a New York accent because I just love doing that sometimes. So he's eating fish. Always got one hanging out of his mouth that he's working on. A couple people drew art of him when I was on my second Twitter just tweeting about what he looks like. And there were 2 that I really, really, really loved. This one, which gives him the impression of being much, much smaller. But he is 5'11", I decided. Not quite 6 feet. But he's a big guy. He's tall. His name is Socks, if you missed that part. But he's got a little green cloak. He's always got a little fish hanging out of his mouth. I also said he has like a leather chest plate piece, but it stops just above his belly because his belly's like, he's got a little bit of a Pooh Bear moment happening. Another one that somebody drew, because I also added afterwards that he holds his tail when he's nervous. He also has really, really big, wiry, bent whiskers and like just really big, squinty eyes, like that kind of character. This is with somebody else's sketch of him. I think this is almost flawlessly done. I love this version of him. This is exactly what I pictured, because you can imagine this being a tall guy and like a little bit big. So I made him really strong. I think I made his strength like 18, but his dexterity is like 8. And his charisma's, I think, 15 or 16. He's really charismatic. People love him. Every time he walks in a room, everybody loves this guy. And that's my character in D&D right now. I'm actually going to be a guest in another campaign every time. There's a campaign that Wilbur's doing out here, and I'm going to be a guest every time I'm in town. And I'm going to use the same character because I'm also only getting to use this character anytime Wilbur's in America. So I'm not getting to use him too often, so I'm going to use him for both campaigns. And I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited and I love him so much. I've only done D&D one other time. I play a lot of tabletop role-playing games, but I usually do other systems. I really hardly ever do D&D. I rarely do it. I've only done it one other time with Joey and Megan and Mika. So I'm excited to get to do it again because I've always wanted to play D&D because I play so many tabletop role-playing games, but other ones, so many different systems. We did Kids on Bikes for Kolak. We did a version of Masks for Unleashed, but we kind of did a hybrid and kind of made our own system. I've played a monster one that Mika had us do a one-shot of one time at Joey's house for funsies. We love board games at his house. Well, there's a series of board games that he introduces to that are some of the most fun if you're a board game fan. I can't remember all of the names of them. One of them's Near and Far, and one is Above and Below. Above and Below is so good. And there's a third, but I can't remember what the name of it is. Those are such good board games that are like almost a little D&D role-playing style. Monster of the Week, we did that one. I've done that system. I've done so many systems, but really not a whole lot of D&D itself. So I'm excited about playing my fat tabaxi rogue, who's bad in dexterity, but great in acrobatics if he can manage to pull off the roll. Which is just a funny idea. I wanted him to be comedic. And I asked what the funniest thing I could do was, and Wilbur said, have a rogue that is bad with dexterity. It is his worst skill. He's also not intelligent at all. He's a little bit wise, though. He's pretty above, like a slightly above average wisdom, slightly below average intelligence. He's a himbo. He's a himbo. And everyone loves him because he's just this nice guy and he's out here. He's just a fisherman. He basically is like your dad, but he doesn't have any kids yet. Wants them though. Out here trying to be a hero in his like a little bit old age, which I said I made up my own rule for the age of this guy. In D&D, tabaxis have the same lifespan as humans, so like 0 to 100. Basically, it's the same in your 20s as when you reach maturity. But I decided to say that he's 7 in cat years, which is 7 times 7, right? I like the idea of saying I'm 7, but in cat years. So he's 49. He's like, he's a little older. He's a little bit out of it. He hasn't been working out. He's just been a fisherman for his whole adult life. And now he's decided to be a hero. But I thought you were good at math. Oh, I wasn't trying to do the math. But thank you for doing it. I wasn't attempting to do the math. I was just saying he's just 7 in cat years. I thought would be funny. But they don't have cat years in Tabaxi. Like, that's not a thing. But I decided to make it a thing, and Wilbur let it slide. So, I like him. I think he's a good character, and I'm excited to play him. I like playing a little bit of the comedic people. I made Charlie like the comedic relief. I based her personality very heavily off of Beast Boy from Teen Titans. Mickey was not the most comedic of the characters. I'd say Billy or Tibby would take the cake on that one. But I definitely tried to be the most sarcastic, humor-wise. And I always thought the three of us on that show had the best dynamic for jokes, because I thought the three of us were the funniest characters just by the characters we made by design. And I always thought the three of us were so stupid and funny. But Charlie was more on the sarcastic... I mean, not Charlie. Mickey was on the more sarcastic side. Charlie was a goof. I like playing the funny characters. How did you make up your character? I don't know if anyone else who plays either D&D role-playing and makes like characters, or people who are artists and make OCs. I don't know how we do it. I could never explain how to start making a character because I've made so many. I have all of my different systems that I've played. I've made characters for. Now I have a character for so many different SMPs. I have an origins character that I have a lot of backstory for that I have not gotten to explain or explore yet. I've got my Empire Season 1 character, now my Empire Season 2 character. You kind of just start with an idea of either the class you want to be. Like, I knew for Empire Season 2 I wanted to be a witch, and then the story just kind of came to me as I started thinking about it more. I was inspired by Little Witch in the Woods, and I was inspired by Kiki's Delivery Service. I knew I wanted the story in the world to be, there is a witches academy with a head sort of thing of witches. And I'm in my final year of Witches Academy, which is when you go out into the world and you are a witch for a residence. You get your own area to kind of govern over as the town's witch, kind of like Kiki's Delivery Service. You go out and you live in an area to help the people of the area to become a better witch, but it's more what's the word? Sort of on paper and regulated by the head witches than it is in Kiki's Delivery Service. So, and where you are sent is directly correlated to your grades. So, Shelby the witch, I've just decided to go with my name, is the worst student. She got the absolute worst grades, and they sent her to the absolute worst area, and they were like, just go and do simple spells and just try not to mess anything up. Because it wasn't quite bad enough to kick me out. I didn't fail, because I'm sure there are people that probably have failed before, and if you fail, you cannot use magic. You're not allowed. It's deemed dangerous for anyone that failed the Witches Academy to use their magic. So I'm at the bottom, working my way to the top, hopefully. She's ambitious, but she's not good. She's not good at spells. She is not good, not a good test taker on paper, but she really has the spirit of wanting to help people. And she'll use her magic any way she can think of to do it. So, and all of that just kind of, you just make it up. You got to use your imagination. And I guess I am a creative type. I'm definitely in a creative field, I would say. Season 1 character of Empires. I started the first several episodes. We didn't expect it to be so lore and character roleplay as much as it ended up being. And when I started playing, the goal and idea was not to be a gnome. That just kind of came to me halfway through the series. I think when somebody else referred to me as a gnome, and I was like, all right, I'll be a gnome. I thought I was a human at the beginning. And then I just decided to be a gnome later. So it just kind of comes to you as you play. And you get more ideas as you live in the mindset of this character that you've made up, and you start to think how you might imagine they would think. You gotta have the creative brain for it. I think everyone has a little bit of that, though. But yeah, the gnome just kind of came to me, and then I was like, I'm the only gnome. And I made up a whole backstory of what happened to the gnomes and the demon that corrupted all of the area and land of the gnomes. Shrub was not comedic relief. No. Although, can we admit that when Zornoth first appeared on stream and I monologued for 5 minutes straight about how I'm short-sighted, and I have bad hearing, and I'm like just all around a bad gnome. Really just a bad being. I was built wrong by God somehow. That was funny. I thought that was funny. I did give her the absolute most tragic backstory, though. I told my mods that Shelby the Witch for Season 2 is not as quite a tragic of a backstory, though I do love the angst that it brings, and she will be an angsty character. But I told my mods, and I'll tell you the same thing, I fully have a happy ending planned for her. However, how the server ends up ending whenever we wrap up Season 2, I don't know how that's gonna happen. So I can't promise that the world will not end in fire again. So I can plan a happy ending, but if the server decides that there's a massive catastrophe that destroys the world again, it's out of my hands. So I really can only promise so much for the ending for my character, but I'm gonna do my best for her to end up happy. Also, we don't know that Shrub didn't end up happy. I fully have a single player adventure map built nearly completely to do a single 1 episode short movie kind of exploring what happened to Shrub after she went into the Nether and the world ended. So we are going to get an ending to her story, and maybe it's good, but maybe it's not. I haven't decided yet, actually. But I am doing an epilogue, yeah. Or, yeah, epilogue? Is that after? And prologue is before. Yeah. We're going to go back and follow her in a little single-player adventure map, but then I'm going to bring in some friends to play some people we meet along the journey from the moment that Shrub goes through the portal till she gets to the other side where the gnomes were. If that's where it ends up, if she can get there. The map's almost done being built, which is exciting. And that'll be really fun. I wanted to complete her story for you guys, and I thought it'd be a fun, like, one episode. I'm expecting it to be maybe 30 minutes long, like a longer, but single video, and bring in people to play different characters. I gotta bring someone in to play, like, Fern, my dad, maybe. And also just other areas that I have to travel through to get home once I go. Because the little teaser that I think I left in one of the final episodes was that I have to go into the Nether and past the corrupted zone, which implies there's more in that dimension beyond what's corrupted, and that's what this map explores until I find where the gnomes are at the other side. Whether it be at the end of what's beyond the corrupted zone or what's on the other side of another portal. If I happen to go through a portal again. I don't know yet. That's the plan so far, for that at least. And tomorrow I'll have episode 2 of Empires going out because the edit is all done. I just have to put my little captions that pop up and my music that I put in, and that's all done. And you can see another mushroom build, which is a little nod to Shrub, but I'm not going heavy mushroom area this time, so don't get your hopes up on a ton of mushrooms. But I am planning very glowy, like purple, green, magenta colors, and a lot of glowing aspects, because the the mangrove forest is very dark. So I want it to be like really glow in the dark looking, and I really want to change the leaves to purple, and I have an idea about how I'm going to do that, but I don't want to spoil that. But I'm going to have like floating candles around in the forest to lead me back to my house. I'm going to do a lot of the blue soul lanterns hanging up in the woods to look like will-o-wisps. And all of my builds are going to have something that glows, a little glowy aspect to it. I think a lot of the mushrooms and things from the Nether with my shaders glow, and also a lot of ores with my shaders glow, and I really want to use my shaders to my advantage to have everything kind of have a glowing effect around. So at nighttime, hopefully it looks cool, but also is hopefully safe, because I also blew up my house. I'm not gonna show it, I wasn't recording when it happened, but I blew up my house and I had to fix it and rebuild it. And you're gonna see halfway through tomorrow's episode, my house looks different in very small ways. The sign no longer has glowing on it. The door is on the other side. I don't know how that happened. And my torch on the wall on the outside is gone. And I don't know if I put the mailbox in the same place, but I have had a bunch of creeper incidents, and it's getting annoying because the mangrove is so dark. So I'm hoping I can light it up enough to look really cool and glow in the dark. And still be like a little bit spooky and like witchy and cool, but hopefully lit up enough so that monsters stop spawning and climbing up the vines and then hiding in the treetops. That's been my absolute nightmare. Because I'll like go out, I'll scan around, there's no monsters, I'm doing my thing, a creeper climbs down the vine he was hiding up and blows me up, and he blew up the house. The toad is fine. I'm not even gonna lie to you and pretend like he died and I got a replacement so you don't know. He didn't die. He didn't die, and he's okay. And I name tagged him too because I went fishing for some potion supplies. So he's okay. Yeah, we're gonna do, I already have plans for it. But soul lanterns, so many floating candles because I'm a witch. I have to. It's legally required. And I got a few shroom lights from the Nether. I got a few good things from the Nether. And a Nether fortress, which is good. So things are good so far. I just was so upset about Because here's what happened. I saw a creeper and I decided to run into my house. But then from inside my house, I was like, well, shoot, what do I do now? And I tried to open the door and run back out to lure it away. But I couldn't make enough distance in time and he blew up the door. But he didn't blow up the toad. Or my barrels or anything. He really only blew up my pumpkins, my mailbox, my door, my sign. Just that very front layer. In fact, the layer of blocks where the door, the sign, and like the buttons placed on the blocks of my actual house, those all blew up. But the actual blocks that all those were placed on, that next layer, untouched. I was so lucky. If it was one block back, the whole front wall would have been gone. So... Sad he didn't name the toad Montgomery. That's actually a great name. Can I be honest? Actually, his name was not supposed to be Tortoise. He had a different name. It was Tortoise something. He had a last name, but I couldn't remember what it was. Wilbur named him because I wanted a funny, like a distinguished name for him, and he gave him a full name first and last. But neither of us can remember the last name he said, and when I was filming, I could only remember Tortoise. So now his name was Tortoise, and he used to have a last name, but I don't remember what it was, and neither does Wilbur, so he doesn't have a last name anymore. So now his name's Tortoise. Tortoise Montgomery is good though. I'm gonna run that by the big man who I just put in charge of naming things because he's really good at making names. Maybe we'll unofficially make his last name Montgomery because I just like the idea of him having a full name and being a really distinguished gentleman, though he is a toad. Also, I've decided I can talk to him now. Whether it's canon that I can actually hear what he's saying back or I'm just insane in my mangrove, that's up to you to decide. But I've started talking to the toad. And I edited the video to have him respond to me with croaks. So, yeah, he's my familiar. Because I had the mangrove as my biome in Empires, 100% already decided like my animal thing that everybody always has, like shrubs, animal thing was wolves. Shelby the witches is obviously toads. I have to lean into the mangrove completely, except for using the wood. I refuse. I don't like it. I built my house and the comments on the first episode were like, leave it to Shelby to live in the mangrove and then not use the wood and use literally 3 other kinds of wood. Oak, spruce, and dark oak. I don't like the mangrove color. Can we all agree? You know what? I'm not on the side of that I wish mangrove wood was white. I'm okay with that it's not white, actually. I think it could have been sick if it was green. I think it would have been so cool if it was green. But that's not realistic. And I don't know if I'm going to be getting a black cat. I like the idea that most witches get cats. But because I've gotten myself stuck in the worst region, the next best thing that I can get my hands on is a toad. And there's no cats. Because there is no cats. There's no jungle near me. So I think I'm going to actually not even get a cat at all. And originally, can I tell you my original idea? But I cannot do it. It wasn't literally possible in Minecraft to do. So I ditched the whole thing. But imagine this for a second. I had a few images from Tumblr as inspiration. And what I really, really wanted was my familiars to be cats in Minecraft, but ghosts. And I wanted to make their textures transparent. Which is physically impossible in the game. Because Minecraft has made it so particular, it's not possible to change the transparency of cats. So it couldn't be done. But imagine if I had ghost cats and they were like see-through. Oh. I think I might steal that for Origins because we have my bunny that is implied to be a ghost bunny. But I also can't physically make them transparent. At least I don't believe so. I asked Flip about it, and he didn't seem to think that, like, even in Minecraft's coding, it's possible at all. Because some of the textures in Minecraft are weirdly specific and cannot be changed certain ways. So I can't have ghost cats. But I think toads is the next best thing. I'll give you one other little secret hint for being my stream squad. I might have already even said this. I don't even remember. But my mount will be a giant toad, Naruto style. And that's all you're getting out of me. I'm not giving you any other secrets or hints or spoilers. At least not in this stream. Maybe in the future. But my familiar's gonna... So, also, because I don't believe it's possible to make a horse into a broom. Might be, but I actually decided I like this idea better anyway, and I'm gonna go with it. Also, can't make elytra into a broom. I don't know what to make my elytra yet. I'm a little bit stuck on that one. I think I'm just gonna make it like a cloak with a sack. Can I show you my inspiration for shrub? Actually, that might help. This is not what my inspiration was. Joey sent me this picture of this cloak. It's hard to see on this camera. It's got like moss all over it and stuff. But then this set of wings that has a little backpack. And this is the image that Joey sent me originally that I got my skin inspired by. And it's her. You could definitely see the inspiration. I also have her hat done. And you are going to lose your minds when you see it. But I will not spoil that. Didn't seem like broom was going to be possible in any of my situations. Whether it be with elytra or a mount. So I've decided... Big Toad Naruto style. That's gonna walk just hopefully the same as the little toads, but it's a horse model that we're using. Skinned to look like a different animal, like the dire wolf. But I'm gonna do Big Toad, and then I think I'm just gonna do big sack backpack with cloak. Mothwing kind of looking-ish green moss covered situation. That's what I got so far for the wings. I'm not really sure how that's going to come out. I'm going to work with the artist on it, but Big Toad is my mount. And I'm going to summon him Naruto style too. Or pretend at least. Shelby, your brain. You got to get creative. And once you have like the character idea, everything that comes after is kind of easy. My wand is being worked on right now. I don't know how I'm going to do tools yet. But the hat is done. It's big. You're going to love it. You're actually going to lose your minds when you see it. It's so good. And I won't show it because it's so worth it to wait for the episode that I get my hat back from Catherine. And I'm so excited. She's going to be, because she's the tailor on the server, she's going to hand me my hat and I'm going to imbue it with magic. Because the lore for the witches is that their magic is... funneled through their wand, so I had to make a temporary wand, which I just named a mangrove sapling, whatever they're called, propagule, as my temporary one, because it's what you use to channel your magic through, but creating a proper wand through the right ways, the witch ways, makes them the most powerful, so I don't have a proper wand just yet. I'm using a temporary placeholder to funnel my magic through, and our hats is what kind of... amplify it, I've decided. And when you get kicked out, you have to turn your hat and your wand in, and you have to swear to never practice magic again. But because your hat becomes like part of your being, and then your wand is what you funnel it through or something. I just made that up. I don't really know. It really could have just been the wand, but I wanted to make a big deal about the hat because it's truly worth it when you see it. You have to just wait. I'm scared for your plans for angst. I mean, I've already kind of set the stage for where my angst comes from as a character, and it's that everyone has called me a failure my whole life because I'm not good in school. I'm the worst student. I have the worst grades without being so bad that I failed out of the school. So I'm like solid D's, and kind of everyone does not expect much from me. That's where the angst is coming from. It's lighthearted, nothing too... You know, all of my race have been potentially wiped out like the gnomes from season 1. Not quite that level, but I'm definitely bullied in school. Riley, thank you for gifting 5 subs. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the gifted subs. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Fantasy Los, thank you for subscribing. Danny Boy, thank you. Jane M, thank you. Conquer Chimera, thank you for subscribing. Live Still, thank you for subbing for 29 months. Molly May, thank you for subbing. Cole, thank you for the $3.88. This is my first time in your stream and you seem awesome. I've seen YouTube videos and they're great. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. E. Malley, thank you for the prime. Insomnia Nona, thank you for the prime. Rubing, thank you for subscribing. Cole, thank you for the prime. Last Dark, thank you for subbing. I missed a bunch. Oh my god. Ryan McAleer, thank you. Mel V, thank you for the prime. Dummy Mitch, thank you for the prime. That's all caught up. And now, Riley gifted subs. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. How old is which Shelby? I think that I'd have to ask what the rest of the server is thinking for their age, because it will make a big difference on whether I think she's in her final year of Witch Academy, meaning high school graduating age, but I'm thinking more likely college graduating age. I think everyone usually leans toward being an adult. I think everyone's leaning towards being adult age, like 18 plus in their 20s. I think that's what most people did last time, except for Shrub. I think I made her like 116 because she's a gnome. So she's like a 16-year-old equivalent, but in gnome standards, she's already lived 100 years or something, I think I said. So you graduate college if you do it in 4 years around 21. So I'm thinking she's 20. Or if other people are thinking younger on the server, I might opt for high school graduating age, which would be about 17 or 18. But I'm thinking 20. Something like that. Yaneli Serrano, thank you for subscribing. I don't know if anyone else on the server has decided their age yet. I gotta ask. Joel is a god, so he's like 1,000. Yeah, that one doesn't help me. Anonymous, thank you for gifting a sub. I appreciate you gifting. Thank you. Thanks so much for that. Are you staying near the edge of the mangrove forest? I decided to make that the beginning, and I'm going to work my way back inwards. But what I have been needing to do is clear out mangroves to make space, which is the most difficult thing. I hate mangroves. I hate mangrove trees. I hate taking down a single mangrove tree because it's impossible nearly. It's worse than the big oak trees that have multiple little logs you gotta go and find in the leaves. Here's why. Mangroves are tall, first of all. You have to chop up from the root first, and then the logs, and then there's other logs mixed into the leaves, like those big oak trees that are annoying to take down. Plus, mangrove forests are so dense that the leaves of one tree are constantly touching another one. All of them. Always. I haven't seen a single mangrove tree not touching another mangrove tree. And the way that Minecraft works is the leaves of one tree do not decay if they are touching a log anywhere. So I might take down all the roots and all of the logs out of one tree, but if it's touching another one, the leaves will not decay. So now what I have to do is make a line straight through the tree to separate all of the leaves from the one that it's touching, which I usually have to do on all four sides. And then let them decay. And now I've got 3 other mangrove trees, or 4 other mangrove trees, with completely flat sides, because I just cut a straight line down to chop the leaves so that they're not touching. And it's annoying. I fully intend on getting TNT from somebody, whoever is going to be the one selling TNT. And I'm going to pretend I'm doing magic to clear back the leaves and vines magically. But I am going to be blowing it to smithereens. I'm going to just burn the forest down. But then I'm going to cut, and I'm going to be like, all right, my magic spell worked. I cleared out this big clearing of mangrove to live in using magic by pulling the leaves and the trunks all back. I just moved them out the way. So only you will know that I'm using TNT. I've gotten used to it now. What I do is I climb the vines, because all of them are covered in vines. I climb the vines to the very top of the mangrove, and from the top down, I cut out all of the logs and then the roots at the bottom. And then I get back up, and I just take a hoe, because I don't actually want the leaves, and I just clear out the sides that are touching. And it's really not too bad, but it is so annoying and tedious. And definitely, like, more annoying than any other tree in Minecraft to take down, even just a single one. And to live in the biome has been so annoying. So I started my kingdom at the very edge to make it easier on myself, but I do plan to move back into the forest. I don't want to waste the fact that I'm in the mangrove either by not building in the mangrove. So a little at a time, I'm going to chip away at that forest, whether it be just by hand, fire, TNT. I'm going to call it magic. But yeah. Fantasy Lost, thank you for gifting a sub. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, I'll get it from Jimmy. But also, that'll be like under the table because I'm going to pretend I'm using magic to do it. That's very much inspired from Legend of Korra too, where she uses her avatar powers to bring the vines back. I'm going to use magic to bring the leaves and trunks back. I'm going to essentially, what I'm going to pretend is happening is I'm making the trees walk out of the way. But I can't physically make that visually possible in Minecraft. Unless I make someone, like pay someone to animate that. A mangrove tree standing up and walking out of the way. But that's the idea I'm going for, is that I'm just having them come to life and move with magic and have the leaves kind of move out the way. I have not watched season 4 of Legend of Korra. I'm still behind. I haven't finished watching. I know. Also, though, I want to have all of my spells mess up somehow. So I don't know yet how I'm going to make the mangrove one mess up. And I'm going to use magic to change the leaves to purple. And I have like a whole story about what I'm going to do about that, because only I'll see it on my end. I also don't know how to make the leaves purple. I don't know how to edit a texture pack. And I can't do it the same way I did the birch leaves yellow for reasons that are hard to explain. I'm going to try and figure it out. I wish I could make them glow too, just by nature, but I can't do that. It'll be fun. I'm excited for the future of the Evermore. It'll be good. I'm excited for the different builds. I have a folder full of different build ideas and inspiration for what the forest will later look like. I'm going to build a big cauldron that's going to be bubbling and glowing. I have a bunch of different builds for different little houses. I'm already near a village, so I do plan to do multiple villagers this time. I don't know what they're going to look like yet. I haven't decided. I've lore planned for what the evil witches that already exist in Minecraft are. I have a little bit of backstory because we know that this is like many, very, very long time in the future away from season 1. To the point where like season 1 is, they're gone. They're gone. We're completely new characters, completely separate and unrelated. But technically still the same universe. And I have lore on, because apparently in season 1, Jem has like a positive relationship with dragons, obviously. And I made a comment in episode 1 of being like, the dragons might particularly want to eat the witches because there's some like beef. Something happened in that time, apparently. I have an idea about that too. And then also just, I have a witch's tower planned. I have a giant magical tree trunk with powers emitting from it. I have a picture of that I might like use. This is really behind the scenes. I'm just spoiling all the ideas. I don't know which ones are going to get used though. I just have a folder of builds for inspiration. A nether portal build that I'm really excited about doing later. Distance Heaven, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. So Zornoth coming back to haunt everyone. Zornoth was gotten rid of season 1. He was eliminated in season 1. So take that as you will. But that story got finished in season 1. And we are like way in the future now. But I can't say that there's not going to be some other villainy characters. I can't say that there's not going to be other different conflicts happening. You just have to wait and watch and see. Guys, didn't you see he got banned? Yeah, Flip banned him from the server too. Why didn't you just do that in season 1? The funny thing is, a lot of the children that watch my videos on YouTube, because my YouTube channel is family friendly, a lot of the comments from very obviously young kids were like, why don't you just ban the account? Isn't that just so sweet? Isn't that just so darn cute of them to suggest to just ban the demon? They don't know. They didn't know that was not a real person. Was so cute. Just so sweet of them to suggest. And now he's banned, so you know what? We should just listen to them in the first place. I think Pix said this is about 1,000 years after. I believe what we've decided unofficially, roughly, it is at least over 1,000. I think we even meant to mean a lot more than that too. Maybe several thousands, but at least over 1,000 or something. Just far enough in the future because we wanted to make sure people didn't expect us to bring back a bunch of like connections from our past characters, or some people wanted to make their own headcanon that our characters this season are the same people as last season, but like a new incarnation. But we're kind of really wanting to make it a separate, completely new story, new people, new empires, new characters, nice and fresh, clean slate. That's just more fun. It's like starting a new D&D campaign. But it is cool that we did also, though, decide it is still the same universe, just very, 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 very far in the future. Just so that we can each make a little nod to it as we see fit, if we want to. I built a mushroom just to make a nod to my last season on my own. But yeah. That's all I got so far. Distance Heaven, thank you for subscribing. Sapphire Knight, thank you for the Prime. And Casey, thank you for the $1. Congrats on 900K. Wait, did that happen? We got 900K on YouTube now. Thank you for the $1. I've been waiting 7-ish years now. And seeing how far we've come is amazing to see. Thank you so much, Casey. We got 900,000 subscribers on YouTube. Go subscribe to me on YouTube. It's free if you haven't. All of the content there is family friendly, which really just means no swearing. Sometimes I make a little bit of adult jokes, but the kids don't get it. I got an Empires episode going out tomorrow I'm excited about. We're on the road to a million. We're going to get a million plaque. I'm hoping this year, but it's just seeming possible at all. Even if it took me another 5 years, it's exciting to even see it in the distance. That's so cool. And my VOD channel is at over 40,000, and I've been uploading on there, and I have a bunch of VODs ready to go, and I'm going to keep up with that as much as I can. It takes such a long time to render out a 3-hour VOD to then upload, which also takes like an hour to upload. So it's slower than I thought it would be to do. But the live channel is also thriving, and I'm hoping in like the next few years can get that channel up to 100,000 subs and get another little plaque for that, which would be so cool. But also because so much of these live streams that live here on Twitch don't get to stay, they get wiped out after 6 months. Twitch doesn't keep all the live streams. Having those VODs still live somewhere makes me so happy, especially every time somebody mentions after a stream is over, they will tweet at me or somewhere will say, that was a comfort stream, could you save that one? I will always, every time I see someone say that, specifically make sure I either, if I already recorded it or if I didn't decide to record that one, go download the VOD and make sure that it gets uploaded eventually. I'm very behind. I am going to upload all of the Afterlife VODs, which might be fun to watch after the fact now that it's over. All of the Phasmophobia streams, all of the Risk streams, all of my hardcore episodes, and now all of Empire Season 2 streams will also get uploaded there. So go subscribe to my VOD channel. That would be super sick too. And W4 Wombo, thank you for gifting 10 subs. Thank you so much for gifting today. I appreciate it. My stream schedule has not been 100% consistent because of all the traveling, and there's a lot of conventions now happening again. Now everyone's going to be telling me after every single stream, this is a comfort stream. This one's a comfort stream. I didn't record this one today because I didn't think it would be a very special one that was worth keeping. But because you said it, and now you know that this is how it works. I'll download it after and I'll upload it. It's fun just doing the just chatting ones, but they're not usually the ones I think to save. But then if somebody ended up like tweeting at me on my second Twitter or main Twitter, being like, that was my new comfort stream, can you make sure you save the VOD? I always do. I think anytime that I did like Am I the Asshole readings or the Scrunkly Cat one, or just, I did a reading with Jack once, and I was like, I gotta save those VODs. Those are really, really good ones. I want to read more Am I the Assholes with people. I want to bring Jack back in. I thought that'd be fun. I'd love to do another reading of petty stories with Nikki would be fun, or Ashley Roboto DM'd me because she reads those too while she has her coffee, and I was like, let's both have our coffees and read Reddit stories because that'd be fun. Rin, thank you for the $3. I just want to say that I've been watching you since Harmony Hollow and I enjoy your content. That's such a long time. Thank you so much for watching for so long. Monioni, thank you for subscribing. Willow Wolf, thank you for subscribing. Thank you guys for hanging out today. I'm so happy so many of you came to just watch me chat. Tyler, thank you for gifting 50 subs. That's 50 people that are sub now. That's 50 more people with a sub. Thank you so much for gifting to the people that maybe cannot afford to sub themselves. And thank you everyone who just simply comes here to watch and just vibe and hang out with me and chat with me, regardless of if you can sub, send bits, any of that. Make sure you follow me though and sub to me on YouTube. But thank you so much for gifting 50 subs, Tyler J. That is so nice of you. Thank you so much. 50. Well, geez, that's so good. Thank you so, so much. Now I'm like really not wanting to hit this goal. I might have to change that. I will have to change what the goal says because I don't have my cat here. If we were to hit it while I am in England, which will be until Amsterdam. I'm actually leaving like a day after the Amsterdam convention is over, TwitchCon. And then I'll be staying home for most of August, as far as I know. Till my birthday. Ew, my birthday's coming up. Ew, I just remembered. Ew. Dude. You're gonna be on a panel. Oh yeah. I'm gonna, oh my god, I haven't mentioned that. Have I never even ended up saying that. I'm gonna be on a panel at TwitchCon Amsterdam, EU. I will not, as far as I know, be on a panel at the San Diego one, as of now. That could change, but that one's not until October, so we don't know yet. But I am on a panel for TwitchCon EU in Amsterdam. We just keep saying me and Scott, we're on the gay panel. We're on the LGBTQ creator panel. We're just gonna be chatting. Scott is hosting it with, who is it? I don't remember. It's me, Nikki, Owen, Scott, Amesy, and Rambu. That's the whole panel, and we're just gonna, Scott's gonna host it. He's just gonna ask us questions about being creators and streamers and YouTubers and being LGBT. So that's gonna be so much fun. I'm really, really, really excited about that panel. It is the gay panel. If you're gonna be at TwitchCon EU, please come. You're definitely gonna wanna be at that panel. It'll be so much fun. I have no idea when yet. I think I might have retweeted Owen tweeting about it. I'm gonna get all the information, tweet about it myself too. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Yep. That's mostly what's going on. I think I'm gonna have to wrap up. I got somewhere to go at 8 actually, so I'm gonna make sure I wrap up with enough time to get ready. Thank you everyone who subbed and gifted today. Genuinely, thank you so, so, so much. You guys are the sweetest, and I appreciate you always coming back here even when I have the most inconsistent of schedules. And I'm so excited about streaming Empires and having Empires content and videos on YouTube. But it's also just been really exciting having stuff going on like conventions and meeting people. We had the biggest impromptu meetup by accident at VidCon, and we made a line by accident, and they were so nice about it because you guys were so nice about it. They literally told us when we accidentally had a massive line form in VidCon, they were gonna move us somewhere else where like meetups were supposed to be happening because we were not supposed to do what we did. We didn't know so many people would show up. But what security told us were, because you guys lined up so neatly and organized all on your own because you're just such lovely people, they were like, we're just gonna keep you here, but we're gonna cap it at 100 and we're gonna be here standing to keep it moving and kind of like run it, sort of. And that was so nice of them, but they were so nice to us because you guys were so nice about how you lined up so neatly and nicely. But let me get through hugs. Bubble, Thank you for the hug. Oops. It's Shannon and Darth Knight. Thank you guys for hanging and using your channel points on hugs. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna send you guys all off now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually sweating and I really need to take this sweater off because it's so hot and there's no air. England doesn't do air conditioning. I'm gonna have you guys rate H-bomb. Go with the nicest people in this chat. If you don't know the rules, ask the mods, don't break them by accident, and go bring your good vibes. And thanks for your good vibes here today. Go tell Asia said hi. And I'll see you all soon. Goodbye, everyone. 100 people in the raid. Thank you, dudes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.